What's up, agents, and welcome back to another division video. And with today we got a brand new global event. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Let's get straight into it. So there's a lot of things going on today. We got a new hunter mission, we got the season finale, but we also got a new global event called Corrosive Shell. Now, it's not gone without its issues. I'm not sure, to be honest, what is wrong with it, and we'll cover this at the beginning. You can see here I've got 43 stars, but somehow I'm only halfway through the tiers. No stars needed for that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 1 stars logged on my tiers. So it's probably affecting you guys as well. But whatever it is, we'll get there eventually. It obviously is going up while I'm playing. And what does work correctly, I think, is the stars that you get from the challenges. These ones seem to work okay, but I'm going to test that in 8 hours and 37 minutes a little bit more. But the reason that you might want to do this is that they've give us a brand new mask that you can see just here. It looks a little bit like something out of Borderlands. It's a little bit odd, but this is the brand new corroded mask. So I want to get it done, and obviously you get the other rewards along the way. So if we take a look at the details, there's quite a lot that goes on here, and we are going to cover it all just so we're sure we can play it exactly correct. But it says here, all hostile factions are armed with a volatile chemical plating known as the corrosive shell, which deflects most regular damage. However, these shields proven unstable and dangerous if hit with status effects. Damaging shielded enemies using status effects will result in their shields burning out, causing a toxic flame explosion. This explosion applies corrosion debuff to anyone caught in the blast, including the agent. If an enemy survives the blast, the corrosive shell will regenerate after 15 seconds. Defeating a corroded enemy grants the agent corrosive momentum buff, a powerful surge that increases weapon damage, rate of fire, status effects, and reload speed. Agents are advised to utilize the environmental hazards and status inflicting gear, skills, and grenades to shatter enemies' shells and maintain momentum. While also remaining cautious of the hazardous explosions. And let me tell you, that damage does actually hurt. You've got to keep your distance when playing this GE. And obviously what's really good about this is we get 50% weapon damage, 25% RPM, 25% status effects, and 50% reload speed while we have corrosive momentum. So it's definitely something that we want to keep going. The momentum lasts for 20 seconds. If we defeat another enemy during that time, it just refreshes, which is really nice as well. So let's check out what build I am going to run for this. Now, in heroic or anything like that, if you really wanted to, you could just run the Jammer Pulse. That is enough to take the corroded effect or the corrosive shell off the enemies, and that's absolutely fine. I'd rather not really deal with things like that. I'd rather just run an actual regular build, and that is going to be my ongoing directed build. Nothing terribly special here. It doesn't have to be prototype either. The reason it is prototype is because it actually was ongoing directive day today. And basically some of these pieces were already level 30. So you can see here on the holster, I just converted it to prototype. It cost 1 core, why not? And I spent very little just trying to get it to echo, and got very lucky. Because it's not a really good piece, I don't really want to start spending 25 a reroll on it. And I got really lucky in getting it to echo. The chest piece I rolled to echo. I got really lucky with a drop with this. It's just 0.1 off. The knees didn't get so lucky. There's a little bit missing, but still good. With echo, you can see here, I did try and convert it. I only got weapon damage, and I did have some with echo that have critical hit chance as well, just in case I needed it. And then for my gloves, they're just the ones that I converted from Max. I didn't get any other good ones today at all. And then I went with a Petrov bag because it's got LMG damage on it. But you got a bunch of options here if you really wanted to. You could run one of the exotic bags in here if you wanted to, like the Memento, for instance. You could run a unit alloys bag. It's completely up to you what you run here. You could run a Cheska bag if you wanted to as well. I ended up going with Unstoppable Force. I haven't got a shield to protect me from Vigilance, so Unstoppable Force just made more sense. And then I ended up choosing to go with the Tinkerer mask. Now this could be an ongoing directive mask, and you could potentially run Contractor's gloves in here if you wanted to, and then run Memento. There's a whole bunch of options that will just work really, really well. But the reason I wanted to go with the Tinkerer is because Frenzy absolutely destroys everything. I've got a pretty good GR9 with it already on. And then you just want a secondary gun with Sadist on, because that's going to give us a further 30% amp damage, because all the enemies will be bleeding, because to be honest, we will never run out of bullets running this build. So let's head over to National Bond Armory. Now I know this mission is really, really easy, but I just wanted to kind of make a little bit of you can see here heroic, and I've got all the directives on, even the rubbish ones, and this build combats every single one of them. It's like I've not even got them on. So I'm just going to show you this.
True Sons have this area locked down. You're going to need to breach the entrance.
You can't use the new Whiplash pistol. It doesn't work with Frenzy. But you can basically run in. You can see they're all purple. And that is kind of it already now at this point. Gonna keep my distance, and you can see at the bottom my corrosive momentum bar is almost is capped out, but every time I shoot one of them, the bleed bullets that I've got on my gun just instantly do the job.
Secure the vault. We can't afford to lose that ordnance. Copy that.
Smart. Sounds like they repurposed the bank's vault to secure their weapons. So that's where you need to go.
But I do advise keeping your distance. What I'll do is I'll heal up. Oh, he's not got the purple flame anymore. No.
At National Bond, division agents have infiltrated the building. Copy that. Sending reinforcements.
But I mean, if you're running the Memento, you're probably not going to suffer too much if you do get caught with it. Just be a little bit on the careful side. But it is really like they built this entire GE around ongoing directive. They really did.
Active terminal detected. Agent, check that computer for intel.
And as easy as that, you've just done a mission with all the directives on heroic. So the stats for this thing are actually too low, because I actually was using the turmoils before, but 50. So I'd actually swap this out as well. But it depends on if you've got a gun that's potentially, you know, obviously I've got some prototype in here, but you essentially want to get it as close to 60 as always, and then everything else into critical hit chance. That is always going to be how you need to set this out. let's leave and let's go and see what the beginning of DUA looks like on a legendary with this setup. Because what will be interesting is obviously at DUA, if we do it on legendary, there's going to be dogs and they're not affected by bleed. Are we still going to do enough damage? Are we going to run out of bullets and things like that? I don't think so with the GR9.
We can use this info to shore up our defenses.
All right, so let's try legendary. The problem is I have not got my bullets anymore, which could potentially cause me a slight issue. Let's see how we get on. We haven't done enough damage there, but we did there. So now we've got some corrosive momentum. We definitely want to get rid of them.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Oh, now I mean, now it's going. It's absolutely just deleting. Is there something still alive? Yeah, there is. I'm just gonna rush. I was better at headshots. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. That's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty good. We're gonna kill ourselves being too close. There we go. We've just set ourselves on fire for the first time. Oh my gosh. Can't battle it quick enough. As you can see how tricky it gets if you actually set yourself on fire. But yeah, it's a really good build. The event is really good. Just very important that you keep your distance. That is going to be it for the video though. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe as always. And I will see you in the next one.
Agent in need of backup.
Ridiculous.